Hello, this is John Thomas. I wanted to do a quick truck check. I've got my TRX4 Sport and my Element Enduro. Just kind of wanted to go through both of these. Both were built from the unassembled kit versions. So just getting started with the TRX4 Sport. So I built it originally pretty much stock, and I did use the Hobbywing 1080 and the Holmes Hobby 550 Trailmaster Sport 27 turn, and quickly I wanted to start upgrading it. So I didn't do a whole lot of upgrades, but what I did was I went with the Reefs Raw 500 servo. Originally had the Amazon 20 kg servo in there, which worked fine, but I wanted to go with something a little bit more stronger. Later on, I decided I wanted to upgrade the wheels and tires, so I went with the Proline BFG Crawler KXs in the Predator compound and the dual stage foams, and I went with the G-Made SR04 bead locks. These are a great value, under $20 a pair. Pretty much, in my opinion, they're the best out there for the money. I had a FlySky GT3B already, so I just bought another receiver, bound it up. Really good radio, really good control. So that's my TRX4 Sport. Put a really cheap $7 light kit in there because the light buckets and everything come with the Sport kit, and it's directly wired into the receiver box. I do have an axial 1967 C10 body coming for this. One thing I did do is I flipped the bumper mount and tucked the bumpers in, but at the same time, when I put the body on, I shove it forward so it's kind of under load. Made the body crack. That was all my fault. So yeah, that's the TRX4 Sport. And then the second one I built just about 2 months ago was an Element Enduro. So that's my Element Enduro. I actually took the Canyon Trails off the TRX4 Sport and put it on here, and I used the takeout foams that were in the Proline Predators and put them in here. And I think it's a nice combo for this truck, being that it's so light. I did vent these tires because they weren't expounding very well, so I ended up venting them. So it turned out to work out pretty well. I also used G-Made wheels again, SR05s in the matte black, and a couple other upgrades. Went with the STRC front shock towers. I just was not impressed with the very soft shock towers that came with it. A couple other things with this one. I used the Animos, the 20 kg servo in there. It's been fine because this is a lighter rig. And one oddity isn't in here is I have the Surpass 550 5-slot 10T crawler motor, and its Surpass Hobby speed controller. It's done okay. The drag brake is not very good out of the box. I do have a program card on the way, and it should be here a couple 3 weeks. So hopefully I can program that drag brake a little bit better. In terms of punch and everything, it's pretty good. It's pretty much locked up on the drag brake, so it doesn't roll at all. But I did a few mistakes through and through. So I did magnet mounts. I did the ring magnets. They're okay. They actually will pick up the truck with the body, but when it gets popped or knocked out of, the body will pop off. So one thing I did add is I added some industrial strength Velcro to the sliders. And then I went with the 66 C10 body, and I put just a little bit of Velcro at the bottom, the loop section, and that seems to do the job. And The 6C10 body, I've got the PowerShift Hobby light kit on here, and that was a lot of fun to put in. One thing I did not know is that you can't really directly put it into the receiver box because it's 12 volt. So I had to buy a switch separate for it. And one thing for that was, so the light buckets in here, I actually put in light buckets and then I painted them with my daughter's acrylic paint underneath. And I actually used the stickers as masks. So that turned out really well. For this one, I used a Dumbo RC X6, but I put the Element sticker on there because I just thought Dumbo RC was kind of a silly name. So I know fart actually means something different in Germany. So, and I see a car they had one named Fart, so I guess Dumbo RC is cool in China, but not here. It's an Element RC, pretty good controller, lots of range. I recommend that controller to anybody. I went ahead and got the one with the gyro receiver. I guess it doesn't mean a whole lot with crawlers, but I'm interested to try it like on a faster car to see how it works. But there's just kind of a general truck check of what I've built, and I don't think I'm going to be upgrading a lot other than the body for the TRX4 because it needs it. But on the Element, body's good for now. I did, like you probably saw, I coated the bottom of it with duct tape, so I just wanted to kind of preserve that. And but that's about it. Thanks for watching.